Hey, how's everybody doing this afternoon? It's Clemson Craig. Y'all remember me? Y'all remember me. I'm Carolina Jackpot's smarter, better looking cousin. Hadn't been around the channel for a while. I made some videos with him a couple of months ago, and a little bit of, well, I don't know if you'd call it tragedy, but I guess a little bit of misfortune befell me and my family right around the 1st of June. I think it was June the 2nd. It was kind of dry. It ain't rained in a while, right? And it's about 10:30 at Thursday night. I was out behind my trailer taking a leak. I drank too many of these. And I had a cigarette here, and I was holding it down, and I just throwed it over here. You know, I didn't think nothing about it. Anyway, there was a piece of newspaper, something on the ground. I don't know. I started a fire, and consequently, I burned up my back porch and part of the side of the trailer that used to be the kids' room, but they growed now. So it's just a room where I put my junk and my stuff. Anyway, I tore that up pretty good, and the fire actually spread across the trailer park that I live in there, and it got some of my next door neighbor Carlos. It got some of the side of his trailer too, and him and his wife Caitlin, they got all kind of chesty about it and shit, you know, wanted to try to take me to court, and it was a big old mess. But anyway, I done found another place to live at now. It's a little bit better. I even got a broken umbrella right now. So without further ado, it's time for me to give you my game-by-game predictions for 2022 for my Clemson Tigers. And this is going to be, this is not going to be like a Carolina Jackpot video, right? This ain't going to be biased and, you know, throwing a bunch of homerism in there and bullshit and pie in the sky stuff that you know ain't going to happen, so they ain't even no need in even watching it. This here is going to be 100% factual. I've done my research. I know what I'm talking about, and you know, go Tigers, you know what I'm saying? I got insulted the other day. I was down in the lower part of the state doing some work, and so fella, he walks by me. He kind of looked at me like out of the side of his eye, you know. I didn't know whether he wanted to fuck me or fight me. But he come up and then he said, "You look like that Gamecock guy on YouTube." Biggest insult I ever got in my life. You look like that Gamecock guy on YouTube. You look like that Gamecock guy on YouTube. That's exactly what he said. Once again, there may be some similarities, but I am way better looking than that son of a bitch, and obviously much smarter because I know more about college football, and I know more about choosing a college football team to pull for. My Clemson Tigers. 2021, man, I don't know what happened there from the get-go. We didn't get rolling offensively till after the second half of the season, but when we did, we looked pretty damn good. DJ didn't ever get his head screwed on right all year long. I don't know what's going on with that boy. But if I had my say about it, I say he's going to do better this year, but I don't think he's going to be lights out. I just don't think I don't think he's got it in him, but I think K. Klubnik is ready and willing and able, more than capable, to take his place. So we might see one of them Kelly Bryant, Trevor Lawrence situations. You know what? And that'd be just fine with me, because didn't we win a ring that year? I think we won a ring that year. Sure did. Whooped Alabama's old mouthy ass, too. Anyway, still finished up 10-3. Still won our bowl game. Still whooped the Coots' ass like normal. Shit. Didn't even score a point. How you, I don't know what's wrong with the Coots. I don't know what's wrong with the Coots. You can't score a damn point against your rival. Not one single shot. Couldn't even score 3 points. Not even field goal. But then you go out there a month later and you play, look at my umbrella. It's broke down. I ain't got everything replaced from that trailer situation. It caught on fire too, but I brought it over here with me. You go out against North Carolina and you showed out. You showed the fuck out. I don't know what the hell, why couldn't you have put some of that? Put half of that effort into the game against Clemson, so you could have at least tried to make it competitive. But it don't surprise me none, because Coots ain't smart. They ain't able to be motivated right, and there's just something wrong with them. Look at our schedule going into 2022. Let's pop that thing up there right quick. I ain't going to do the big old long breakdown on each position, the coaches and everything else, all that. I told Carolina Jackpot I'd let him do that one in a couple of weeks so he can kind of salivate a little bit, so he can get educated and see what a real football team looks like and what it's supposed to look like. But I'll tell you this, recruiting ain't never been more on fire than what it is right now. We're currently ranked number 7. Yeah, Ohio State done jumped up a couple of spots, and they up at number 1 now. Oh, Sutton, I hate them motherfucker. I hate them almost as worse of a damn coot. But the only thing is, they mouthy, but they can back it up. Coot's mouthy, and they don't back up shit. So, look at our schedule here. October the 5th, we're starting off with Georgia Tech. Seems like we opening up with Georgia Tech, either opening up with them or playing them early in the season every year. This one is in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, right? And I don't understand why, but they covering up some of the stadium. They covering up some of it. It ain't going to have the same capacity as it does when the Falcons play there. Ain't going to have the same capacity it does when they have their little SEC circle jerk down there at the beginning of December. Their little championship game with Alabama and whoever else. Man, I don't understand that. We could bring some fans down there to Hot Atlanta and sell that thing out on Labor Day. Anyway, Georgia Tech ain't no good. What'd they win? 3 damn games last year, and this year, they ain't got but about 8 starters returning on both sides of the damn ball. That ain't good. And their coach, he ain't worth a fuck. And he's on the way out. I don't know how he ever even got the job down there in the first place, and I don't understand why they ever abandoned that triple option thing. I know they say it was a little bit hard to recruit players, da-da-da-da. Look at all the damn growing pains you're going through right now just to get it right. And he's going to end up losing his job, and he ain't even accomplished shit. He ain't done nothing except make you worse every year. He gonna get an ass whipping on Labor Day evening. I hope he gets a good little cookout in about lunchtime. Maybe get a beer or 2 in him. Maybe Sunday do that. Spend some time with your family and friends. Watch some real teams play football on Saturday, because Monday night you're getting your ass whooped. I say we win that game by 35 points easy. Clemson 1-0 after that. Oh, his best player left too. Best player left and went to Alabama. Best player went and left to Alabama. Going from Georgia Tech to Alabama. Ain't that a damn jump? We'll see. Next week, short week too. Furman at home. This ain't going to be no kind of contest whatsoever. Game will be over in the first quarter. Give a chance to play a lot of players. I don't like beating up on teams from up here in the upstate where I live at, but it's it got to be what it got to be. And Furman will get beat. I say we win this game about 52-0 probably. Louisiana Tech the next week. We ain't played Louisiana Tech in a long time. 2006 it says. I don't remember that one. Must not have been too eventful. I know we played them in a bowl one year out there. What was it? The Potato Bowl? I was when we had Bobby Bowden for a coach. Tommy Bowden, I mean. Back before we got Dabo and we saw the light. But I think we still whooped their ass. Anyway, this here, Louisiana Tech, didn't they have Lou Holtz's offspring coaching there? I think he did. I think he got fired too. Or he just quit and gave up. Kind of like his daddy did. Man, they used to score a lot of points too. They used to score a lot of points, but give up a lot of points. Here, in this one, they ain't going to score a lot of points. Clemson going to suffocate them. And I think our offense has a field day. I think we got a coming out party that day. I'm saying 49-10, Clemson. Next week, Wake Forest on the road. Second conference game away from home. Going 2-0, baby. Wake Forest ain't got nothing for Clemson. I think we all seen that last year. That little old, I don't know what that offense is called they run. I call it slow-paced dumpster fire. All these delayed handoffs and all that old bullshit. It works for some of these teams. With a team like a salty seasoned defense like Clemson, it ain't going to work. Brent Venables had it figured out. And the thing about it is, Wes Goodwin, he ain't nothing but Brent Venables 2.0. That's what he is. He's Brent Venables 2.0. Everybody talking about, you gonna fall off because you ain't got Brent Venables no more. He was intense and blah blah. Boy, you ain't even seen intense yet. I heard Wes Goodwin's even more intense than Venables was on the sideline. We're going to kick Wake Forest's ass again. They got most of the same players coming back again. Still got that quarterback, Sam Fartman. I'm just kidding. His last name's Hartman. Fartman. That's what they call me down at work on Wednesdays after taco night. But we're going to kick their ass. Probably about 38-13, something like that. Sounds about right. Clemson, 4-0, 2-0 in conference play. And that's good because that gets us set up. For October the 1st. NC State coming into the Valley, baby. NC State coming to the Valley. Our third home game, and it's a big one. It's a big one, they say, because NC State could challenge Clemson this year. NC State could be they could win the Atlantic this year. NC State could make the college football playoff. Can you? Oh, man, I don't understand what somebody's smoking. I don't know what they got going on there, but NC State don't match up with Clemson on the line of scrimmage. Your skill position players, they all right, but they're not Clemson's level. We don't even know what you could do in a bowl game last year. That thing got canceled because UCLA, one of them old California school, they cared more about their fake lips and fake tits. They didn't want to get out there and play football. Want to pretend they had COVID, I guess. We're going to whoop your ass. This is a revenge matchup, too, a revenge spot against Clemson. That's one place I would not want to be. I wouldn't want to face an angry Clemson team. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to face a regular one. I wouldn't want to face one that thought they was going to a field day party, laughing and joking, let alone face one that's angry. We're going to go out here. We're going to bust our ass 4 quarters. Clemson 40, NC State 10. Next week on the road at Boston College. Now, I'm going to say this real quick. I like Uncle Lou. I like his videos he does. You know, Uncle Lou, he does lots of videos. You got to subscribe to him if you ain't subscribed to him already. He got over 50,000 subscribers right now and climbing. That's something to be at 100 in a year or two. He has made a name for himself, and he's made some predictions. He makes a lot of videos, and some of them are actually watchable. This little point right here in his Clemson preseason video where he predicted that we was going to lose to Boston College, I was looking at him kind of like this. Ain't no way, son. Clemson ain't losing to no Boston College. We've won 11 straight games against this team. What makes you think that they got what it takes this year to pull off an upset? They ain't pulling off no upset. We're going to whoop their ass too. Their quarterback, Phil Jerkovich, the operative word being jerk, he's all right. He come back from injury. They're going to be all right. They'll be okay, but this will be another one that ain't going to be able to move the ball or score against Clemson. I'm saying 30-7, 31-7, something like that. We go on the road, just another win. Next week, Florida State on the road, same story. Man, Have they been a football team in the world that's fallen faster, quicker than Florida State? Probably not. Everybody talks about it, though. So I ain't telling you something you don't already know. They ain't got the Jimmys and Joes to keep up with my Tigers either. And, you know, we don't like them either, so we tend not to let up when we get them down. I'm saying 45-13. Clemson, monkey stomp, Florida State, once again on the road. You might have a flashback and see that old guy up there sitting on the seat up against the stadium wall by himself reading his book again. His hair a little bit grayer. A few more wrinkles on that forehead from watching that sorry-ass football team again. Yes, that's right. Mike Norvell, he can't do what Willie Taggart couldn't do neither. Y'all going down. Tigers, easy win. Syracuse at home next week. Man, I don't even know why. I don't even know why they even bothered to field a football team, really. First of all, they're boring to watch. Second of all, don't nobody up there care nothing about nothing but basketball. And, hell, you ain't even very good at that. Their highlight last year was they got some LED lights on the side of their little dome. And they lit it up in red, white, and blue. Shit. Don't nobody care. You're coming down to Clemson, and you're going to take another beating. I'm saying 49-0. I say we shut this team out. They are terrible. They got one running back that's able to move the ball a little bit. He ain't going to be able to do nothing against that front four of ours getting shut down. That's good. We got off week before we go on the road. Take on Notre Dame. Notre Dame. November the 5th. Everybody say, it's going to be cold up there. It's going to be cold. Ooh, like that scares Clemson. Like we ain't never played in the cold before. You just got to realize. Brand new coach. First year head coach against Dabo. That's not a good matchup. Matching up with Dabo is not a good matchup for anybody. That's not a good matchup for a seasoned head coach. It wasn't a good matchup for Urban Meyer or a Nick Saban. It's definitely not going to be a matchup for this Marcel Freeman in his first year. This Marcel Friedman, he ain't going to be able to do nothing against Clemson. And I think we beat them. I think it ain't even really that close. I'm saying 31-13. We take revenge over that BS they pulled during the little hoochie coochie year a couple of years ago when they clearly had more fans in the stadium than what was allowed to be there. That's all right. They can cheat all they want to and get away with whatever they want to. Not join a conference. They can join a conference for 1 year and they can play the little hokey pokey and get in and out of it like they want to. It's just like there's rules, and then there's another set of rules for Notre Dame, and their set of rules is they have no fucking rules. They can do whatever they want to. So that's why I don't nobody like you. And that's why we're going to go around there and we're going to bitch slap your ass around on November 5th. And Clemson goes 9-0. Next week, we're at home against Louisville. Give us a little bit of scare last year. Give us a little bit of a scare. But in the end, the better team won. Your quarterback, I got to give it to him. Guy had some heart. He had a busted wheel. He almost got in the end zone on that last play of the game. He was that close. But he was also that close from a win. He took a loss to Clemson again. And this one, you ain't got to worry about a busted wheel saving him from a touchdown there. It's not going to happen. It ain't even going to be close. 40-17. I say you score a few points. But we take that win as well. Next week, Miami. Got Miami at home, man. Everybody's talking about them, ain't they? Beating their chest about Miami. Mario Crystal Ball this. Mario Crystal Ball that. Look what he's doing. Da-da-da-da. La-la-la. Yeah, he got him a good 2023 recruiting class. He got him some good recruiting coming in, don't he? So he's recruiting like a monster down there at Miami. Here's the problem. You ain't got enough talent on the roster to beat Clemson. You ain't got enough talent on the offensive side of the ball to beat Clemson. And quite frankly, I don't think you got the coaching to beat Clemson. And I don't think he's a good enough in-game coach to really do what everybody thinks that they're capable of doing down there. Talking about 10, 11 wins, contending for the playoffs in a couple years. Look at me. When did you ever do that shit at Oregon, right? In the Oregon, that conference you played in out there, I know the ACC ain't the best conference out there, right? ACC ain't the best conference there is. We all know that. But you didn't do dick at Oregon. You didn't do nothing. Yeah, you went on the road and beat Ohio State. Whoopity-doo. You also lost to Utah twice last year. Utah beat your ass like a red mule. They own you. You lost to the fucking Beavers, too. Who the hell loses to the damn Beavers? Don't nobody do that. Nobody loses to the Beavers, and then he comes down to another program and says, oh, he's the king of South Beach. Well, whatever. I ain't seen it happen yet. I've been hearing it for 20 years. You ain't done nothing in the ACC. You still not going to do nothing. It's good right there. A little mixed drink. Mountain Dew and Cheerwine. Last verse, same as first. You might win the Coastal. And is it, everybody talks about the Coastal's the weak part of the ACC. Well, is it just that? Is it just the Coastal is weak? Or is it that Clemson is so dominant and such an awesome program in the Atlantic that it just dwarfs the Coastal? Kind of like my PP is 8 inches long and yours is 5.5 inches long. So, you might feel good about your 5.5 inches, but my 8 inches trumps you. Trump. That's a good man right there. It's a good president. And I tell you what, if Trump was still here, he's a good man. He's a good Clemson Republican. And if he'd have been there, I wouldn't have had them issues with Carlos and Chastity like I had, right? Because he wouldn't even be here. Anyway, that's a sidebar right there. We're going to beat Miami. They might come in here. It might come in here a little chesty. We did a little win over Florida State or whoever you're going to play and beat up on North Carolina a little bit. Don't nobody care. I'm saying 35-14. And you might keep it close for a little while. But we're going to pull away. By this time, whoever the quarterback is, whether it's DJ or it's Cade, they're going to be a good late season form. We ain't going to have many injuries. And we're going to be kicking ass and taking names and taking games. Headed into the last Saturday in November. 2 days after Thanksgiving. Oh, Lord, here it comes. The mouthiest fan base in the SEC with the least to be mouthy about, the Coots. Coming into Death Valley, baby. Oh, my God. I mean, at what point do you just start to feel, I don't know. I don't know if sorry is the word or just like, when do you start to feel like, what's the word I want to use here? I don't know. My vocabulary ain't too good. But it's just like you don't care anymore. You don't care about them other than when you get to kick them when they're down. And I always take great pleasure in that. Carolina Jackpot, man, I got to give it to my cousin. The guy, he holds out hope. But it ain't happening this year. And he says, well, the gap between us is getting a lot more narrow than what it was. Based on what? Because you hired this Pee Wee Herman lookalike for a head coach, and then and you went out to the transfer portal and got Baby Rattle Case. Look, this guy right here. Yeah, they deserve each other. Him and what I heard the pitch to the recruiting to him to get him to come to South Carolina was that your offensive coordinator. What's that loser's name? That Marcus Shatterfield. That's something. So he went up to him, after Rattle Cakes had his little meltdown last year in the middle of the year, and he throwed a hissy fit when they took him out of the game against Texas and started pouting like a goddamn 3-year-old on the sideline or whatever. And then he comes to him and he says, Spencer, don't nobody believe in me. They think I suck as an offensive coordinator. You do. And they think you suck as a quarterback. You probably do. So let's get together and let's either prove them all wrong or we'll suck together. Woo! Woo! I done heard it all. Now, that's so stupid it's got to be made up. But I don't believe it is. I believe it actually happened. Here's the bad thing about it. Spencer Rattler, probably, if you look up and down Clemson's schedule, at the different quarterbacks that we play, he probably has like the most overall inbred talent of any of them. He probably really does. He probably does. Thing about it is, he don't have the supporting cast around him like old Fartman's got at Wake Forest, and that's sad to say, ain't it? The SEC team ain't got the damn supporting cast of Wake Forest does, but he ain't got the supporting cast that the guy at NC State's got. He ain't got the supporting cast the Jerk has at Boston College, and he ain't got the supporting cast that the cat down there at Miami does neither. I don't even know what his name is. He's insignificant too. But thing is, I don't know. They always seem to play a little better. Now, let's take 28-16 out of the equation because we whooped the shit out of them. They seem to play a little bit better in Clemson than they do in Columbia. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if they like the bus ride or if it's just the thrill of playing in a place that actually is not a dump. But they do a little bit better. That being said, in this game right here, I'm not by no stretch of imagination saying you're gonna win it because number one, we're gonna be letting them know. Number two, you ain't got nothing to play for. You don't have nothing to play for. I done had my preseason picks on the Coots. You going 5-7. You going 5-7. Your highlight of the season is gonna be you gonna upset Tennessee. Your low point of the season is you gonna lose to Vanderbilt. Book it. It's happening. You're getting upset by Vanderbilt in Nashville early in November. Somebody's got to lose to Vanderbilt, guys. And then why not it be you? Because y'all suck. On both sides of the ball. Defensive line is taffy. Your linebackers are terrible. And your defensive backs, I ain't never seen a bunch where the defensive coordinator coaches the defensive backs to be as terrible as that bunch is. But they are terrible. Your defensive line is going to give up a lot of yards, just like last year. Will Shipley is probably going to have 100 yards by halftime, and then I expect to not see him much in the second half. So I don't even think he's going to put up the number of yards that he did last year when he made my cousin Jackpot go into almost meltdown-like coma. I think you're going to see a lot of Kobe Pace in the second half of that game. I think you're going to see a lot of Phil Maffa in the second half of that game. I think you're going to see a lot of the backups. Well, I think they're going to score a little bit of points. In fact, they may score as many points as anybody does against Clemson this year. I don't know if they're going to get as many yards. They might score as many points. I'm saying we beat that ass like a rented mule, 42-17. I believe that's what I predicted in my last video, and I'm going to stand by that. You ain't done nothing to show me no different, and Clemson definitely ain't showed me that they're dropping off one single bit from game 1 to game 12. So there we go, and we're going to roll into the ACC Championship game. Carolina Jackpot going to be hearing this all night long. Yeah. How's it go? I'll turn it off in case he's listening. It might throw him into some kind of nut shit fit right there. But 12-0, we'll play in the ACC Championship game. Probably end up playing Miami again, and we're gonna beat them again, and we're going to the playoffs. I hope that we're seeded number 4 going into the playoffs. Everybody's overlooking us again. And I know it's wishful thinking. Because Alabama's going to get seeded number 1. It don't matter because they're going to win the SEC. Georgia ain't got nothing this year. Ain't going to be able to stop nobody on defense. Ain't going to be no good. They might drop 3 games this year. I mean, hell, they might lose the Coots. No, never mind. They ain't losing the Coots. But Alabama will be seeded number 1. It don't matter how good Ohio State is, but God almighty, I want to play Ohio State so bad. I want to play them so bad in that first round game. You just don't know how bad. I want to slap him around a little bit. I want to slap around that little rosy cheek, dark bearded little son of a bitch they got play. That damn Ryan Day. I can't stand him. I can't stand that place at University. They just suck. They're the up north coots. They're the up north coots with talent that wins. So I guess really they're nothing like the coots other than I like them because they got talent and they win. But anyway, we play them. We'll slap them around in that game. I hope we match up with Alabama again in a natty game and bust that ass and win our 3rd natty, in the last 5-6 years, and beat Alabama's ass once again to do it. But if we have to beat Ohio State's ass to win that natty, I'll take that too because, I just don't like them. Alabama, I actually kind of respect them a little bit because they're kind of like Clemson. They're a hard-nosed, well-coached team. But when we play each other, I don't like you. But I definitely don't like Ohio State because you got a big mouth. But anyway, that's my prediction for Clemson 2022. We go 12-0, do it pretty easy. Go 13-0, win the ACC championship game just like we always do against Miami is who I'm predicting it to be, but it might be somebody else out of the Coastal. The Coastal is crazy anyway. You don't never know who's going to win the damn thing. It might be Virginia Tech. I mean, you don't never know. You never know who's going to pop up out of that bunch. I don't think it's going to be Pittsburgh. I don't think I'm going to be that good this year. They ain't got no quarterback. They ain't got nothing else. And their coach, he got a big mouth too. He likes to shoot off a little bit. Anyway, that's Clemson Craig. I'm done. I'm out of here. I hope y'all will subscribe to this here channel so that you'll see me in some more future videos because I'm going to be on here all season long spouting out the truth, and I'm definitely going to be here after a Clemson win and a Coot loss because they're likely to happen simultaneously, meaning on the same weekend. 12-0 for Clemson, regular season, 5-7 for the Coots. Book it. Take your money to Vegas, bet it on a little bit, and then maybe give me a little money to see if you can help me with this hole in the side of this son of a bitch's trailer. I still ain't fixed it. You know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all later.